Hello everyone, this is Energy Crisis, the energy drink report. So today, we'll be reviewing Amp Energy Sugar-Free Lightning. Now apparently, I'm just guessing, this is kind of like the equivalent of Monster Low Carb, which I just have a can here. This is Monster Low Carb, this is Amp Sugar-Free Lightning. So I think they're pretty much like the equivalent, but just, different brands. But, I'm really, not sure because I haven't tried this yet. Let's see. The main ingredients of this are, wow, it's big. It's got riboflavin, usual suspects. Taurine, 148 milligrams of that. Let's see. Caffeine, 80 milligrams. That's the caffeine content. 10 calories. That's the same as this monster over there. No sugars or anything, so it must have some sort of artificial sweetener in it, this can, it looks like it's got two dents here, so when they're, probably loading it off the truck, they probably, who knows, carbonated water, citric acid, natural flavor, taurine, the usual stuff. Alright, packaging is pretty big, but this fancy wine glass, still towers over it. I think, like, last week's review, but I'm not sure about that, but I'll have to check up on that. And that could be the case. But it's a regular sized can. Serving size is 8 fluid ounces, and there are 2 servings in this container. Alright, so by the way, packaging here, it's almost like a silver colored can, Amp written in black with a little like a gold yellow trace. Sugar-free, outlined in gold. It says, shock of lemonade flavor. Well, today it wasn't too hot, but I guess lemonade, I guess it's August, so it could still pass, for, I don't know. 0 sugar, low calories, high power. Let me read the little caption. Amp Energy Sugar-Free Lightning, low on calories, high on power. With its energized blend of B vitamins and a specifically formulated intense combination of taurine, ginseng, and guarana, I guess. It's the power of Amp Energy without the sugar. Gotta give this a shot. By the way, it looks like it's got these little stripes here, but I think that's just the design on the can. I was worried if it was like they messed up or something with like the with the design, but no, it's just it's normal. Alright, so let's open this guy up and we'll see what it does. Alright, I doubt I'll miss. I don't have a tissue here, so I will. If I miss or anything, we'll screw that. Have to lick it off the table or some crap like that. I'm just kidding. I won't. But all right, let's pour this guy in. All right, there. I almost brimmed it, but I love doing that with drinks, as you know. All right, now. Looking at this drink, you may notice some similarities, with this to the original Amp, which is Energy Drink Review 6, number 6. With this drink, there's a couple things I'm definitely noticing. It's still got that greenish, greenish yellow type color, of like the original, Amp. I'm looking right now, whatchamacall. From my, review, just to see, what color, like, the original Amp, was. And I'm just trying to figure out, what the original, energy drink, color was of 6. Alright, looking at this, I'm looking at my video right now, number 6. Oh, there I am, I'm wearing the same shirt and tie. Matching, it kind of does match. If you look, it does look a little more green. I'm just, that was a while ago. That was like 6 months ago already. Time flies, but regardless, back to the point. This does look a little more like yellowish green. More like a yellow, though, but with a faint, tint of green, While that, looks more green with a faint tint of yellow. Anyway, smell. Regarding smell, it does smell exactly like Full Throttle almost, which smelled But also, this does, it does smell exactly like lemonade. It smells exactly like lemonade, so that's good. At least, it didn't lie. So I think it's I think it's gonna taste good, I mean, I've got my hopes up. I mean, I'm very thirsty, even though I've had like 5 glasses of water today, Anyway, alright, let's, once again, it smells like a lemonade, or like lemons, But, alright, let's have a drink. Let's drink this. Alright, cheers. Alright, well. No, not bad. I mean, it actually, packaging doesn't lie. Yeah, right. Anyway, but the packaging on this did not lie, and I'll tell you the truth, it didn't lie. As soon as you drink it, the carbonation hits your tongue immediately, which is quite typical for an energy drink these days. But, anyway, imagine you're drinking lemonade, right? And you're drinking lemonade, and, just add some carbonation in, and that's exactly what it tastes like. Carbonated lemonade. Simple as that. I mean, that might sound like, kind of a disgusting, combination, but AMP knew their stuff. The people who formulated this drink knew their stuff, and, I think, my tongue's tied up right now. I think they did a pretty good job. So, pretty good, aftertaste. Aftertaste, you get, a little carbonation, but then you got this little lemonade aftertaste, refreshing, it's a refreshing drink. I personally could not see myself drinking this, in, like, the winter sitting by the fireplace with snow coming down outside. But, right now, I'm looking at the window. It's nice and sunny, 80-something degrees outside. Pretty decent drink for this time of year. Speaking of which, wow, the summer's almost gone. It went so fast, School's gonna be starting up in another week or two. And, well, I hope you guys all had a good summer. I certainly did. But back to the point. Effectiveness of this drink, well, I cannot do. But, last week, was Bing. And Bing, I had at around, I think, 11-something. I think it's 11 o'clock, close by. Kept me up until... Oh, yeah, that was a late night. That was a late one, yeah. 6 I fell asleep. 6 a.m. Which means it kept me up. Bing certainly did its job well. I'm looking at the clock right now. It's 8 hours. 8 effing hours. Bing certainly worked. I just wish they sold it regularly, around here, but I guess I could order it online, but I'm sure there's other drinks, Actually, I know for a fact that there are drinks that have great effectiveness, and I'm sure I'll be trying more drinks that do have great effectiveness. Anyway, so after I down this, I'll see what time I get to sleep, and then on my next show I'll say. Now, is it worth it? Got this drink at Super Stop and Shop, I think one day, for $2. So, well, actually $1.99, but I'll round it to $2, But typical energy drink price, So, I think that's pretty reasonable, since that's a reasonable price, So I think that's good. So that's about it. Alright, wraps it up. Alright, one last thing. Let me just scoot over here. I'm grabbing from a little chair over there. This is the drink I'm going to be reviewing next week, just to show you all. Called Zombie Survival Can. I was thinking about doing it this weekend when, Hurricane Irene was hitting. Speaking of which, Hurricane Irene did hit our area, but it was just a total bomb. It didn't do jack. We didn't even get a tree down. They were saying, 116 mile-per-hour winds. No trees down, no damage to our house or any of our neighbors, so that was a total bomb. There's this one funny story, though. One of my mom's co-workers, one of her neighbors, like, apparently he's like some 80-year-old guy, and he lost power for 2 days. So he went over with this World War II rifle, and he climbed on top of the roof of their library, and he shot this one like a transformer for power, and he just shot at it with his rifle, which I just think that's funny that he would actually do that. But I digress. Anyway, so next week I'll be reviewing this zombie survival can, which looks very interesting, almost as interesting, if not more interesting, than Blood, but that's kind of hard to beat. Let me put this here. Well, everyone, this is Energy Crisis, the Energy Drink Report. Weather this week is supposed to be pretty clear. I don't even know if there's going to be any rain after Hurricane Irene, which we got a whopping, I think, 7 inches of rain. Anyway, temperatures are going to be in the 70s, 80s, at night from 50s to 60s. Pretty clear, all in all, so I could get away without my umbrella or coat or anything like that. Alright, everyone. Try Amp, sugar-free lighting. Pretty good. If you like lemonade flavored, then this drink is for you. Alright, everyone. That's all for now. Current time is 6:53 p.m. Have a good night, everyone. Or evening, I should say. Have a good evening, everyone. I will see you all next week. Take care. Bye-bye.